Okay, this is my review of the Easy Flash 3-in-1 expansion pack for the Nintendo DS. A couple of gripes here right off the bat. I don't really want to talk about the packaging first. I mean, it's really straightforward, so I'm just going to go in the gripes. You really have to research this thing. If you do not have an Easy Flash 5 or 5i for a slot 1 card, because you really have to know how it works with your card. If you don't, you will be frustrated. I know I was. So, the second thing that really kind of made me angry was you can get a dead battery right off the bat. As soon as you get it, the battery can be dead, and it won't work. I mean, only 2 of the features will work, but still. I mean, you get it for Game Boy Advance for the most part, but I mean, it's really sad that it can be sitting in a shelf for so long and the battery can be dead as soon as you get it. It's something that just, you think Easy Flash just really looked past. Is the battery they put in here really wasn't superb. It doesn't really last that long. Luckily, it didn't have that problem, but it was kind of frustrating to get working. And that's one of the things you have to really look at. Is my battery dead? And a lot of people say that you might have a dead battery right up the bat. So, you know, it's a slot 2 card, so you load it straight into the slot 2 of the Nintendo DS. A little bit of lack of forethought on my part. I got a white one because I had a white DS, but it ended up not working because it was used. So I could have gotten the black one and it would have matched. Oh well, not a big deal. Okay, I have an ace card too, 2i, so I'll be basically reviewing Kyle's integration with the device, because I can't review something that I don't have. So I can't review it for any other flash cards. Some other flash cards have a lot of different ways of getting this to work, so you might have to check yours. Alright. I'm just gonna start it up. Okay, the Easy Flash 3-in-1, if you don't know, is a Game Boy Advance slot 2 solution. It also supports the Nintendo DS browser, official browser, with the additional RAM it has in it for the RAM pack, and then Rumble pack, which basically replaces the official Rumble pack that you can get. Although I will note that I haven't tried it because I don't have any games that support Rumble, official retail games that support Rumble, so I've heard that it does not work with official retail cartridges. You need you know, a flash card for this to work. So just bear that in mind. Also, I think that's it. That's the 3 features it has. The RAM, really, the browser for the browser, it's really only used for the Nintendo DS browser, and then I think one homebrew uses it. It's the Super Nintendo emulator, which is a homebrew application that, you know, runs Super Nintendo games, so that they can just reload bigger games or something. So the RAM feature is really not all that usable. I'm not going to be reviewing that. I'm just going to be focusing on the Rumble here and the Game Boy Advance, and that's it. Alright. So Kyle has this built right in, and you just run a Game Boy Advance game. I want to note something about Kyle here. This really frustrates me. Some games don't work. Some big ticket games don't work. Metroid, both of them don't save. Pokemon, none of them save. So that's kind of frustrating. I really wanted them to fix that, but they're not interested in that, fixing those features right now. But there is GB EXP loader right now, so that'll work as long as you replace the DLDI file. It won't freeze. So that's a solution for you. Anyways, I'm gonna load Max Paint just to show you how this works. With the default options, the 3-in-1 should, I'm just going to turn Rumble on because I'm going to review that. It should load it automatically into PS RAM. I have it set up so that it prompts me before it saves. So I'm just gonna load the game to show you here. It'll ask if you want to load your save, and then you'll start loading it to PS RAM. And it has two types of memory. It has, well, three actually: PS RAM, NOR flash, and SRAM. The PS RAM is for games, the NOR is for games, and the SRAM is for saves. See, it loads right up to a Game Boy Advance game. I have a special border here for Game Boy Advance games, just to make them look a little spiffy. So that's pretty straightforward. I mean, it loads Game Boy Advance games. So that's pretty simple. But just want to note, it has two ways of doing that. You can load them into PS RAM, which will work as I just showed you. And then you can put them in NOR memory. Now, you want to use clean ROMs if you do this with a Kyle. Your mileage may vary. Some flash cards require you to patch the games, some do not. So make sure you know. I made the mistake of patching the games, and I wasn't supposed to. If it already patches them, don't patch them because it'll cause problems. And it didn't work when the saves didn't work when I did that. So if you load into NOR, I'm not going to do it, but you can load flashes to NOR memory, and it will basically make it exactly like a standalone Game Boy Advance game. It'll load in any Nintendo DS. I mean, it doesn't have to be flashed. It doesn't even have to have a flash card in it. So that's nice if you want to give a game to your friend or something. And then you can back the save up on the micro SD card. All the saves will back up on the micro SD, which is really nice. So I'm gonna just be done with Game Boy Advance's feature right now. I'm just gonna go into the Rumble. The Rumble works in Homebrew right off the bat. You just have to make sure that in the Kyle you go right to the menu and make sure it's enabled every time you want to use it. But retail games, it'll always work in. You don't have to do that. So I'm just gonna load up Moon because it's a Rumble game. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's working. It's pretty simple. It has 3 different levels. It's got low, medium, and high, and you can really tell it's rumbling. It's not like the official Rumble Pack. It really rumbles. I'm just gonna have to. I mean, it's like a mini controller almost. It really almost emulates the big game console controllers, which is really nice. It's not like the official pack again. It really has a good rumble feature, which I like. And you can put it in a high. I haven't even tried high yet. I don't know what high is like, but I'm sure it's overwhelmingly loud. And I just want to try to quickly show you how loud it can be. I mean, it can be. Okay, I'm just gonna show you DS Diagnose here, which is Homebrew. Oh, I didn't. Shit, I didn't. This is why you have to do this. You have to go into the menu, and you have to make sure you set the. We check it before you load it to Homebrew with the Kyle. There you go. That's how loud it is on medium. Alright, I'm gonna cut this video as soon as I just run this. Alright, that's the 3-in-1. So my rating is, I don't know, I'd say 4 stars. It's okay. It's really frustrating though if you don't know what you're doing, but it's really useful once you get it to know. The really thing that kind of annoyed me is that it's almost the only slot 2 option, and I mean, try to find one. I mean, there's not very many slot 2 cards out there anymore, other than the 3-in-1, and It's just the battery for the PS RAM dies, so you eventually won't be able to save your Game Boy Advance games until you replace it, if you don't already have that problem on ship. So just wanted to point that out. Okay, thanks for watching.